Hello and welcome to another episode of the BBL After Trivia podcast. My name is Brandon and I'm here with the brilliant Bree.
Hello, everyone.
And unfortunately, we do not have Luke. But either way, again, this is the BBL After Trivia podcast. And this week, Bree, what does BBL stand for?
Big-brained losers, just like us.
Oh, after tonight's trivia, I totally agree. But yes, the BBL podcast is the Big Brain Losers After Trivia podcast. And after the trivia game that we just had, oh my gosh, do I feel like a loser.
Man, that was rough.
I think we got one question right just in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, so the first round of 3 questions, we got 1 right, and that was because he went back and was like, oh, I'll count it. And we're like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, he was just very nice tonight. So
yeah,
but
that was not good.
Yeah, but before we go on to that, we're gonna go ahead and do our little life updates since it's been 2 weeks since we've had a recording. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Bree, go ahead and what have you done the last 2 weeks?
The last 2 weeks have been a lot of work and trying to get everything set up for new equipment and trying to make sure people are in are visiting for my job.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to get some stuff going, and then hanging out with Luke. Last weekend we actually went to see some of my friends in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
They just had a baby a few months ago.
Aww.
And he is adorable.
Aww.
But yeah, she texted me a while back and was like, hey, so when are you going to come meet this kid? And I was like, I need to. I just was trying to make sure you had space.
Right. Enough time.
Yeah.
Because, granted, I've never had a kid before, and I can't have a kid physically.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't know, but I can only imagine that, you're exhausted after having...
Yeah, the whole ordeal just seems like a lot of work and pain and exhaustion, and eventually maybe, but right now I'm good for you.
Right.
So I will give love to the child and be like, hey, great, and then I will hand him back.
No.
Yeah.
What you do...
And then go to the next state over.
No, what you do... well, yeah, that's what you did. What you do is you find a way to get them all hyped up or rowdy or something, and you're like, all right, my turn's over.
Okay,
Bye.
don't broadcast that.
Oh, are you kidding? I'm not the only person that has come up with this idea.
No, but don't tell anybody that you told me and put the idea in my head. It's already been there, but...
okay, so if it's already in there, then
I'm gonna blame you. I don't want to take the blame.
Yeah, blame the gay man. Okay. But okay. Well, and then of course it also just happens to be that one of the friends that you went and saw is actually someone that I've known for years.
Yeah.
Over a decade. That's something that me and him were messaging about in in our Facebook chat after we added each other.
Oh, yeah.
Because he remembered that we knew each other since college,
right?
Since those college days.
Mm-hmm.
But then I reminded him, no, it goes farther back.
Oh no, he didn't tell the rest of us about this.
Yeah, no. I don't know if it was his first year or second year, but we actually knew each other from band camp.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know that it was my first year, and I knew of Logan. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if he knew of me.
Okay, fair enough.
So because there were a lot of people, a lot. Goodness.
Yeah, I've never went to band camp, never played an instrument, so I can't really relate to that. But yeah, no, I went to cheer camp one year. I went to a couple basketball camps. People everywhere.
Right? No, it's almost just as bad.
Many.
Just mine was nerdy.
I think you underestimate the rest of the population.
Oh no, I mean, technically everyone is a nerd, just in different ways.
True.
They geek out or nerd out about different things.
Yeah.
So that's why. Granted, I don't know if I've ever done this in our little friend group, but whenever like I like am being kind of like annoying.
No.
I know, such a surprise. But I will ask, okay, so what are your nerdisms?
Okay.
So because it's just like, what are your interests?
Mm-hmm. Like
So-
stuff that you get like really hyped about and you know a lot about because you're just
Exactly.
interested.
Yeah, what something that you're very passionate that you can just talk all day about. Like mine is Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% it is.
Yes. So, but yeah, no, I love asking that question because like I also like getting to know what other people like.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's a fair question, or at least I think so.
No, I think it is a fair question. It's not like when I got asked earlier, why do you care so much about sports? It's like, because it's something to do.
Well, granted, okay.
He didn't mean it badly.
Yeah,
no,
no,
it was
he
just, it
was-
was,
he was
funny
just
the way it
joking,
came
yeah.
out though.
Oh my goodness. So, but no, all right. So, but other than that, really nothing else going on. I know that you got new equipment today that you were testing out, but who knows like how
Yeah.
all will work. But
It's been actually here for
Oh.
a while. It's just had a few different issues, and so I think yesterday afternoon and this morning like has been the best it's run. And then we ran into an issue before I left, and our supplier is here and they're trying to fix it and trying to get it going. And so I will be very happy when that is going.
I don't blame you.
This
Do not
is
blame you.
a long time.
Well, hopefully things work out and go smoothly.
Mhm.
So there's that at least.
Fingers crossed.
So, all right. Well, me for the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
This last weekend, while you were in Oklahoma, the day that you were hanging out, and the day that I was having that chat with Logan,
The wine tasting day.
yes, the one where you could tolerate everything that you were. That is almost word for word for what you told me.
It really is. No, it was mostly, there were some where I was like, yeah, and then, but I could drink it. And then there were others where I was like, this is really good.
Right.
Luke actually of the list that he had, he picked one. He was like, you're going to like that one. And I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he hasn't had a lot of wine. And I mean, at one point he was like a few months back, he was like, no, it all tastes the same.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, you're really gonna like that, like that's the best one. And it was definitely in the top 2 of my opinion.
Oh, but that's that's
Yeah.
awesome. Don't you hate it when guys are like right in that way? It's just
Terrible.
like you don't like this, and yet you know like what I will like.
Yeah, no, but I was very impressed, and like, so we've made progress there. So
Oh, good. No, so Luke, if you're hearing this, good job.
Mm-hmm. Very good job.
So, but no, while y'all were doing that, I was actually stressing about going into a Pokemon tournament.
right, you told me that you had that.
Yes. Well, and I originally thought it was going to be Sunday.
Okay.
But it turned out not to be because I woke up that morning, got a notification for the Facebook event. Yeah, it's just like, hey, you've got an event later today. It's just like, oh no. And I had nothing ready.
Oh no.
Nothing ready. So like while I'm cooking breakfast, I am writing down, coming up with a team and like trying to see if I can get it to work or at least do all that I can. Coming up with movesets for 6 different Pokemon. It was a lot of work. Thankfully, I was able to get it done. But like my day was breakfast, make the team, like do what work I could do with the team, get ready to come to work because I worked a little bit of extra time
Okay.
to get us caught up.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, because you're in busy season, aren't you?
we are in our busy season, so we're getting a lot of projects, but we're keeping up. We're
Good.
keeping up. So there's that. But after my little bit of time that I did that, I then went to. I went back home because I was actually trying to go to the gym before going to the tournament.
Okay.
But that ended up not being a good idea because I needed to go back home to actually make the team. So everything that I did during breakfast was all written, but it was
Okay.
not anything that I could like actually use.
Okay, so are you playing this on a are you competing on a platform or?
I am playing on the Switch.
Oh, okay, right,
Yes.
right.
So I needed to actually pick up the Switch to create all the different, well, like get all the different Pokemon ready.
Okay.
So, which thankfully didn't take too long. It was literally, hey, I just got to find out where I have this Mon, change the attacks, change some stats, and move on.
Okay.
But that actually took the entire time from when I left the office to 4 o'clock when I was supposed to leave for the tournament and then get over there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I feel like you plan things out, and like especially like computer things or things that you're like, oh no, I've got this, I've got something ready to go. I just have to like put it down digitally, and then it just never goes as quickly as you expect it to.
Right. Well, time definitely went by fast. I also needed to shower, and then of course I also kind of got distracted, doom scrolling.
What?
I know.
I
ADHD.
can't believe it.
ADHD is so much fun. So, but thankfully I was able to get a team made and ready to go. Then I left for the tournament. I got there at 4:30 at the time that I wanted.
Okay.
Had to write down everything that I had already written down at home, but had to change a few things up for their official paperwork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, their official paperwork, and then also another sheet of paper that had the 6 Pokemon as well as their moves for my opponent to be able to see.
Okay, yeah. So like giving somebody else, the team you're facing, like your lineup. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, pretty much, because it's something we call open team sheet.
Okay.
So if I will see everything that they have for each of their Pokemon, as well as items, abilities, and their Terra type, which is like a third type, but it changes them completely. So I have a Pelipper, which is a Pelican, which is a water and flying type, but its Terra type, which I can only do once a battle,
Okay.
is a grass. So
Okay.
it'll go from a water flying type to a pure grass type. So, yeah. It's a really interesting gimmick. It can really change. Not going to go into that one.
Okay.
But yeah, that was really the biggest thing besides just keeping my head above the water for work purposes.
Okay.
So there's that. But no, that was actually really great. It was the first one that group has ever done for VGC, and I believe, and I could be wrong, that it was a Nintendo legal local tournament.
Oh, cool.
So, and it wasn't bad. It was 8 people all together out of the 3 different divisions. So everybody got to do 3 different rounds and all that. So, and I tied it was a 3-way tie for second place.
Oh, okay.
So not bad.
No,
not bad for only my second official tournament.
Yeah.
So, because
does that count for any credit toward bigger tournament or no?
for the final thing, I want to say yes, but because of the amount of people, I don't think I got any points.
Oh, okay.
So, and the way that they're doing it this year is that it will only be the top 4 best placements that you get for
Okay.
a local tournament, and then top 6 best placements for the bigger ones.
Okay.
So when I went to San Antonio for that one, that kind of tournament, I will only get the 6 best for those.
Okay, so if you finish 8th in that one and second in 6 other ones,
Then
you would
I
get
will-
credit for 6 second places.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Granted, if I get credit for 6 second places, I think I will actually get it. But that is going into a whole different thing. That will be a whole nother topic, honestly.
Yeah.
But speaking of topics, because that is really all I did besides work and that.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and move on to our topic of the episode, which... Well, I know. We need to come up with something, honestly. But since Luke won the trivia in the last episode, but is not here. We're getting to do our own, but that means that Luke will get to choose
The next time.
Yes, the topic for the next time. So, and Bree, I told you ahead of time of what I wanted to do, and you didn't seem to disagree with this. So we're going to be talking about the Spartan competitions that you and Luke have done in the past, which you did one right before our first episode, I believe.
Yeah, I did a stadium race in New York.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So, okay. And I've always wanted to do one. I really haven't had like the time, quote unquote, because I am a busy person. So, but
All that Pokemoning.
you know, and it's not even that,
Yeah.
honestly, because I wish I had more time for Pokemon, but it's trying to keep up a social life. It's kind of trying to like keep up a workout routine, trying to cook meals for me and Pablo. Like, it's work.
Yeah,
It
it's
is-
a lot of balancing. Adulting is overrated.
For real. For real. I'm just glad that we make time for trivia every week.
Yeah.
And then we're making time for this. Oh my goodness. So, but no. So I have looked into the Spartan races. I know like what they are. I do not know like all the different obstacles that happen because it's different for each one. And I feel like
Yes.
it's different each year, even if it's at the same place.
Yeah.
So please tell us.
So Spartan races are obstacle races. Spartan specifically does several different types of races, but like their typical ones that I've seen for the obstacle courses are the stadiums. So you go to a location. I've done Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I've done Oracle Park where the Giants play baseball. We did Citi Field where the Mets play.
Oh.
This past year, I know they do some in Tampa Bay where the Buccaneers play. They do college stadiums as well. So football, baseball, all sorts of just like sporting arenas. Right. And so then you have the sprint, which is the 5K for like outdoors. And so it's a 5K. It's got 20 obstacles of different kinds. You're running through different kinds of terrain. Of course, depending on your location where you do it, will kind of dictate how difficult the terrain itself is.
Okay.
So usually at your events, you'll have your sprints, your super, which is a 10K, and it's like 25 obstacles. And then you have a beast where it's I believe a half marathon and maybe 30 or 35 obstacles. Don't quote me on those numbers exactly because, but the longer the races are, the more obstacles you have, the more difficult in a lot of cases I've seen them. So I've only done the 5Ks and the 10Ks. So the sprints and the super and the stadium race. So,
So I do have to ask real
Okay.
quick, which one was harder?
I think I've done a couple sprints that were a little difficult. I think that was my preparation and my like hydration levels because I've never really like cramped doing physical activity until I did a sprint like in October a year or two back. And
Was that because of dehydration that you got the cramp?
I think
Or-
it was. I think it was a contributing factor because I didn't really make it a point leading up to that race to make sure I was drinking water, drinking a lot of electrolytes, and like I don't think my running was necessarily as up to par as it should have been.
Okay.
Because I like the obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
The running is something that I have to put in an effort and like a concerted like plan to prepare for. 'Cause
Gotcha.
the fact that I do any of this stuff would surprise pretty much anybody I went to high school with. Because running, I was like, oh my God, no, I hate it. It's so disgusting. I hate this. It was so bad.
There's a lot of people that don't like cardio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But the way that I think about it for cardio, like specifically, is I think of it as zombie apocalypse
Oh,
preparation. because you don't have to be the
Right.
fastest. You just have to be
Be faster
faster
than
than
somebody
someone
else.
else. So yeah, that's how I like think of it. I joke about it, but you never know. You honestly never
when
know.
you're gonna have to like run away from like a bear or something and you just trip your friend.
It will. Well, I don't want to do that, but it could help
trip
you in a
your- Trip
situation.
your enemy that's right next to you and be like, I don't like you. Bye.
I mean, there's very few people that I do not like. So, but yes, I would do that.
Yeah.
I would do that, especially if it's an enemy. So, but okay.
So long, sucker.
So long, sucker. Granted, I don't know why I'm around them if they're an enemy, but
Just happens to be. I don't know what situation this is. It's some imaginary dreamscape.
we randomly got into a group together, and I just happened to not like that one
The
guy.
one person. Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I think if you just think of it that way, because if you try to make it fun, then it's going to be more like worthwhile.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what's led me to more running, more cardio, more like because I get to do the races. I like it's something that I never would have thought that I was going to do before. Like I got more active as an adult and lost a bit of weight and just felt more comfortable actually performing some activities that like
It
I hadn't done since
makes
high
it-
school.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, I feel like I can do this now. I feel like I can go work out with other people because I've been doing this on my own. And so, and like I race with with a group of people. I haven't raced with Luke specifically because he leaves me in the dust, but it's fine.
That's a whole different situation.
Yeah. But like my brother, he's done a couple of them, and he actually, like we did one earlier this year. We did a super, so the 10K, and
Okay.
he stayed with me. So I was like, yay, thank you, John. Because yeah, he again would also leave me in the dust. He's freakishly athletic, and so it's something that like I like to do with other people, and it encourages you to do that. And I think that part of what Spartan like kind of stands for and what they like try to promote is the teamwork and the just like encouragement of each other, because like you go out on that course and there's strangers helping you. Like I've had people who I'm like, I'm holding on for dear life, and they're like, here's my arm, I will pull you over this last little bit of the obstacle.
But it's people that want to see you like accomplish.
Yeah, and I
not-
mean it's complete strangers, and we're all in this together. And if you can do this, like it's that support system of everybody's going through it at the same time. And so that's been really great to see, and I feel like it's just been helped me become more of a positive person as well.
Well, and we need more
Yeah.
people like that. More,
Definitely.
Whether it's an event like the Spartan races or just in general, because you don't know what's going on in someone else's life.
Yeah.
So like, why be rude? There is no reason for it. Like, I think we can come up with more reasons to make someone smile
Yeah.
than just to like make someone feel bad
Right.
about existing. Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
No, and it's rough out there, like at times.
Right.
So-
No, I'm like you're
Like, in life.
outside.
Well, in life.
Well,
but
yeah, true. For both situations,
Yeah.
whether it's like the Spartan events or just life in general. So, but there's only so much they can.
that got a little deep there.
I know. My heart almost beat.
His heart grew one size that day.
No, just one.
That's what I said, one. I didn't
Just
say
one.
3.
It was at a -2.
Ooh. Okay. So further back from the Grinch. Gotcha.
Yeah. The Grinch is definitely nicer than me. So, but all right. Well, is there anything? Well, when is the next Spartan race that you're actually thinking about going? I know you have mentioned one to me that was in November.
So there's one at the end of November, and there is also one in middle to end of October. I'm still trying to figure out which one to do. Like one's around like a little bit south of Dallas, and then one is around San Antonio.
Right.
So,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, both of those are in-state.
In state, no, and it makes it cheaper because, and I've told you about this because I do want to try to go to a Pokemon regional that's in Tennessee, no, Kentucky, Louisville.
I almost said they're all the same, but I really don't want to make everybody mad.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
It's all not Texas. There you go.
There we go.
You've seen
It's
those shirts, right? Texas, not Texas.
All Texas. That's all. Honestly, it is. It takes 10 hours to get to the border,
Yeah.
no matter which way you go.
Yeah, no, we were driving to Oklahoma this weekend, and it was like 5 hours there, and then like
45 minutes just to get to your location
Yeah,
after the border.
well, like, yeah, it was like 3 hours we're in Texas, and like since we live in Lubbock, like it's not there. It's not as far from the borders as some of them.
Right.
But yeah, like when I lived like in Central Texas, it literally took us like 8 hours to get out of the state when we were headed to Florida. I was like, oh my God, it's never ending.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, and Florida is another place that I want to go to for a Pokemon regional, but
Okay.
that's not going to be till like February, so I definitely have time to like save up money on that one.
Right.
So, but okay. Well, I think that covers it for our topic of the episode. Let's go ahead and get down to the amazing game that we had tonight. Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
Right.
That was. Can we just forget that happened?
Unfortunately, we can't. We have to talk about it.
Can we take like a middle score from last week and then this week and like hit like half it? Like
No, because we didn't do too good last
okay,
week.
well, question wise, we did well last week.
True.
We
Yes.
didn't get it right on the final question, and we wagered all the points because we didn't
we didn't
confident. Follow what Luke was saying. I
That's
disagreed and I
true.
switched the answers.
Yeah, no, and
then today we just didn't know.
Well, no,
And
we
then
were really confident in like one answer, but we were both wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we were.
So, but either way, we're going to talk about. We're going to go in order since it's just you and me tonight. Our first question that I really think we need to talk about is our sports question that we
Sports.
had. So I know, but this okay.
If we talk about this, we are going to enrage people.
Yeah, but that's why we're talking.
I mean,
about
that's
this. Yeah.
fine. I'm just warning.
But I will say that the theme tonight was like agreeing on the opposite thing.
Yes.
Because we would I think almost every single question
We had
except
the
for
right
one.
answer.
Yeah, we had the right.
Spoken.
We ended up getting it down to a 50-50. And then we all be like, "Oh yeah, no, it's totally this."
We'll go with that one.
Yeah, and
No,
then
it was wrong
Yeah.
every time.
every time. So the first one was you might remember the wording better than me. What stadium?
The field that Ruth built, or something like that, is
The house.
The
The
house
house.
that Ruth built is like the nickname or a slogan or something tied to
What stadium?
what stadium?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we had gotten it down to either Fenway or Yankee.
Yeah.
And I was just bound and determined that Babe Ruth was a Red Sox. So I was saying it's Fenway. I don't remember him being a Yankee.
Which I'm fairly certain that if I look it up right now, he only ever played for the Yankees.
I mean, probably. It would not surprise me. But also, another thing, we should not have listened to me. I am not the sports ball person.
I'm sorry.
And so, no, this is on me because I should have even been like, wait, what in the world am I saying? I don't sports ball. So why am I even having a
Right.
say in this?
Yeah. Okay, correction. He played
Oh.
for the Braves as well.
So the Yankees and the Braves,
Yeah.
not even a Red Sox.
No, I mean, I feel like if you play for the Yankees, the fact like if you play for either the Yankees or the Red Sox, you can't be the other at any point in your career.
Yeah, maybe.
In my head, that is just a very strong line.
I mean, that could be very true. That could be very true. So,
But
But yeah, so that is going to be a huge theme for like the entire night. The entire night. Let's see. The
second round went well.
the second round we got every single question because it was Fidel Castro having 8 assassination attempts
By the CIA.
by the CIA. Let's see.
So what time zone, like is the time zone for
Brazil.
is the major time zone for Brazil either ahead, equal to, or
Less.
after the Eastern time zone in the U.S.?
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness for the map.
Thank goodness for the map that our location like had on the wall because it really helped us out with that. Then that was also a bonus question that our trivia host decided to ask because we had to tell them the current time. And thankfully, because of the map, we were able to see that it's ahead of the East Coast line
Right.
or time zone, and it is actually only ahead by an hour. So it's 2 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
So that just kind of worked out.
Yeah, no,
So.
I'm like, oh, I'm grateful that that map was there and that it was semi sort of accurate. So
Yeah,
yeah.
semi. It's very squatted and like
Yeah.
different things. So oh my gosh, is there a mosquito in here? But no.
Don't be so sweet, Brandon.
No, it's actually the different things that attract mosquitoes. So
Oh.
yeah.
See, my thing is they always think that they're gonna like me, so they bite me, but then they die.
I don't eat enough garlic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need more garlic in my diet.
How in the world do you manage to not eat enough garlic? Garlic is beautiful. It's so flavorful.
Oh no, garlic is amazing, and I add it to every dish that I have. Pablo is the one that has an issue with all the garlic that I eat.
Pablo has an issue with everything.
Yeah, but Pablo doesn't get eaten by mosquitoes.
So weird. Okay,
So,
sorry.
but either way,
Moving
All right,
on.
So moving on, we're now going to our round 3 question, where it was talking about the kings in a deck of cards. Which
Oof.
one does not have a mustache? And it was again another one where I had said 2 different suits. You had agreed on with me on one, and so we were like, okay, then let's go.
We'll
with
go
that
with that one.
Yeah, and then of course we had another bonus question on who that king was supposed to represent.
Yeah, what historical figure was it like
Based
referencing
on,
or something?
Yeah. So of the 4 suits, there's hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. And so the 2 that I had narrowed it down to were hearts and clubs.
Yeah.
So, but unfortunately, we went with
We went with clubs.
clubs.
Yep.
And the historical figure that we thought it was Louis the 14th.
Yeah. I was like, oh, clubs looks kind of like a fleur de lis, so we'll go with a Frenchman. And the only French historical figure that I could come up with for some reason was Louis the 14th.
So,
Oops.
Yeah. Both were wrong.
Yeah. It was hearts.
It was
And
hearts.
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne was the historical figure that was the inspiration for the heart.
So
The hearts.
apparently, when I looked it up afterwards, because after we turned in the answer, it was Charlemagne, partially due to his recorded or suspected love of playing cards and doing things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
Another reason was because apparently it was a misprint on the cards, so they were just like, we're not going to.
Well, that's why he was
reprint.
missing the mustache.
Yeah, that's why he's missing the mustache on the in the deck of cards. So there you go. Fun fact on that. Do we want to talk about the halftime question?
Which one was that?
That was the World War I question.
Yeah, we don't remember enough about World War I.
No.
We remember that it was started because of an assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. But besides that,
That's all we had. We were able to spit out so many different facts about World War II. But oh my gosh! So we were asked what were the 4 central powers?
Yep.
And we couldn't remember if the central powers were like for us, good or bad guys.
I just, when we were talking about that, I was like, I love how we're categorizing this as good and bad. And I
Right.
just, so my brain kind of spiraled into, wait, we do that with war all the time. Like we always say that the losers were the bad guys and the winners were the good guys. But at the same time, I'm like, wait, but I mean, everybody, when you're in war, most people engage in very questionable activities and like tactics, and it's a nasty, dirty game.
Well,
and
but it's also different point of views.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
Like they might think that they're the good guys and we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
So no, I totally understand.
Yeah.
But I
I was a little distracted.
right. The only reason why I went along with that was because it was like.
It was a way that everybody was aware of.
Right.
That
No,
is
everyone
what we're
was just,
talking about.
Everyone knew exactly what was being said.
Because we had no idea who the Central Powers were.
Right. No. No, we were trying to figure out both sides.
I remembered
but
Allied and Axis again from World War II.
But yeah, so just in case you're wondering, the not Central Powers were France, Britain, Russia, and the U.S.
Japan was listed, not the U.S.
Oh, that's right, Japan.
Yeah, no,
That's
we
right.
didn't
We
have-
we helped, but we were not like a main power.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But
The Central Powers.
Central Powers, which we got one right.
We got one right because we thought they were on the other side.
Yes, yes. But we have Germany,
Mm-hmm.
Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire,
Yep.
and the Kingdom of Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one of those right because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
thought they were on the wrong side.
So if you're listening, you take a guess at which one we got right. So don't say anything, Bree. Don't say anything. But yeah, take a guess on which one that we actually got right, and we'll let you know in the next episode if we remember. But please,
We'll have to study
please.
before then.
Huh?
We'll have to study before the next episode so we remember.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. But speaking of that, please remember to give us a like, comment, share this with your friends, anyone that you think will actually enjoy this, because we do try to make this pleasant conversation as well as just tell you about our own trivia game in case this might help you in your own trivia game, because you never know.
Yeah.
So,
And-
all right.
And if you have any other stories about when you thought you were right and were completely wrong, or you know about the wrong war instead of the one that you're being asked about, let us know.
Right.
So
We'd
we
love
don't
to
feel
hear them.
alone.
Yeah, we'd love to hear them, honestly. Please share your stories with us. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the second half of the game, where, oh my gosh, that one was fun.
I feel like I thought it was better, but it was not better.
50-50, really.
Oh.
Yeah. So, okay, I definitely want to go for, like, our round 4 second question,
Okay.
or which was our celebrities question, because I'm a little mad about that one. That was about Gabriel Iglesias
Oh.
on his first TV appearance in
On
2000.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, apparently I did not hear Nickelodeon, and no one pointed that out. I could have sworn he did not say Nickelodeon at all.
No, he definitely said Nickelodeon, and I don't know Nickelodeon, so whenever you said the show that you said, I was
Right.
like, sure, maybe they broadcast it on Nickelodeon. That's fine.
No, unfortunately, so my answer was Last Comic Standing, and I was very confident in that because I didn't hear the Nickelodeon. My answer would have
Nick.
Nickelodeon. Oh no, we can't do that.
Oh,
yeah,
oops. Bleep.
yeah. Well, we didn't finish it, but so I went with Last Comic Standing because reasons.
Reasons. You remembered that being his first one.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it was not because that definitely was not on Nickelodeon.
No.
I don't remember what channel that was on.
Last Comic Standing.
I don't think it was-
I feel like it's a Comedy Central thing, isn't it?
I don't think it was.
Oh, okay.
Grant, I could be wrong on that one too, but
Let's see.
either way. So, no, apparently he was on All That, which that's the only like comedy thing on Nickelodeon that I would have actually remembered. Was it Comedy Central for
No, Last Comic Standing was on NBC.
NBC? There we go. I almost did their tune, and I know we
Yeah,
could have
don't
gotten
do that.
Yeah, that could have gotten us in trouble.
Oops.
Yeah. So again, if I had heard the
Name my
Nick,
screaming go button for whenever we do something like that. We can just.
oh, I've got one.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's not far from us, but I'm not going to go get it right now. So, but yeah, if I had actually heard the Nickelodeon part, that would have
That might have helped.
that would have helped.
Okay.
That would have helped. So, but okay. The next round was another fun one. We actually missed 2 questions on that one. One was about Kit Kats, about the 2 companies that make it. Right now, Nestle was the one that we were given in the question. But what was the other company?
Yeah, and it's the other company does it in the U.S. I think Nestle does it for every other part of the world. They bought the company.
Right.
Yeah.
No. Okay. I mean, that
So-
makes sense on why it's 2 different companies then.
And I
Okay.
mean, that makes sense why it tastes different in a different country.
Right. Well,
I mean-
Japan has like different flavors for their Kit
They have
Kats.
different flavors for like everything.
That's true. That's true. That
Okay.
that is something I definitely want to do. But
We're spiraling.
I know. I know. It's called tangents for a reason. But no. All right. So the 2 companies are Nestle, of course, because that was in the question.
Yep.
But the other one we thought was Mars.
Well, we were down to Mars and Hershey's.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. This
Yeah,
was another one of
This
those.
was another one where we
Yeah.
were like, we have 2 answers. We're going to pick one. And so I think we went around the table and we said, here, everybody vote. And we voted on Mars.
And the answer was Hershey's.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh well. The next
Not our
question.
best night.
No.
No.
Oh, again. Oh my gosh. The next question that we had was another one that we got wrong. It was within a range of 1 either way, which doesn't give you a lot of wiggle room. How many of the U.S. presidents did not go or
Finish
graduate
college.
So, again, not a lot of wiggle room.
Not a lot of wiggle room. You have between 0 and 45. Right? 45.
No, there's like, oh my God.
It's 45.
Is it
pretty
45?
sure. I'm fairly. Oh gosh, I'm gonna make myself look
I don't think
stupid,
it's
aren't I?
45. I think it's more. I think we're in the 50s.
No. Okay, I'm not counting all of that. How many?
I honestly think that it's in the 50s. Just Google how many presidents
That's
are
what
there.
I'm looking
Yeah.
up now.
Un momento, por favor.
There have been 46 presidents, including the current president. Oh, because Obama was 44, then Trump would have been 45, which makes Biden 46.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I could have sworn we were in the 50s already.
Nope.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing I didn't really say a number. So, but no. Okay. The number that we thought it was.
Well, but even still, that's not right. Well, yes, it is. Never mind. Ignore me. My brain's not working again. Go ahead.
Okay.
Continue.
Maybe I'm thinking 50 because that's how many elections there have been.
Maybe.
I don't know. Either way, we'll look that up later. So our answer was 28. We thought that was a good number to say because reasons, but turns out we were way over, which is not bad, not bad. It was actually just 12.
Yeah.
Just 12. We were given a list, but I don't remember. I know Lincoln was one of them.
The most recent one was Truman.
Yes, Truman was the most recent one that didn't graduate college.
Yep.
So,
The more you know.
the more you know. Then we go into our last round before the final question, which was movies. We were asked, again, another like debut question.
Yeah,
which-
it was like what 2007 teenage comedy did Emma Stone debut in?
Right. I was actually out taking a walk because it was so cold, so cold, and I needed to warm up. So I stepped out, took a walk around like part of the like little mall area, outlet mall,
Okay, yeah.
just to warm up. And y'all had already turned an answer by the time I got back.
Yeah, so you and Sierra both thought it was Easy A.
I brought up Easy A
Okay,
because
yeah.
that was the first one that I thought of.
Yeah,
But then
well-
it was just like, no, that can't really be it because that was her first lead part.
I think so, because I was coming out of the restroom and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's House Bunny, because that's the first one that I remember her being in, and it turns out House Bunny actually came out in 2008. The 2007 movie was Superbad,
Right.
which I have never seen. So
Super bad. I'm trying to remember which one that was.
it's got Jonah Hill in it.
Oh, okay. No, I perfectly, I think I understand that, or I remember that one. Because that's also the one with Michael Cera, I
Yes.
believe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, according to Google, nostalgic, shocking, and vulgar.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was another movie that I didn't really want to watch. It kind of reminded me of Napoleon Dynamite, but that's another conversation that I don't want to have here on the podcast right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. So her debut movie was Superbad, a movie that I've never seen either. So,
Yeah.
but okay. Then it goes to our world history question that we had. I couldn't even tell you the wording on this one because it was basically we were given 3 different countries in Africa, and we were asked which one of those used to be called another name that I did not catch the name of because that's kind of when I was just kind of done.
It was like Abyssinia or something like that. And I'm like, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I was like, can I get a spelling? But he had walked away from the mic at that point. But yeah, no, it was Democratic Republic of the Congo, Ethiopia, or Ghana, which all 3 of them have had different names in the past. So I think that's just why those were the 3 options.
Right.
But yeah, no, the answer was Ethiopia, who the other Brandon who actually brought up as an option. And again, it was one of those where we're like, here's 2 options. Let's pick one. And we picked the wrong one.
We picked the wrong one. Again, that was the theme of the night.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, that was the last question of the normal questions that we got wrong. And then, of course, we went to our final question of the night where we could bet points, and we bet all but 1 point.
We didn't get last.
No, we did.
We started in 8th place. There were 10 teams.
No, there were actually 9.
What? Well,
There
why'd
were
you write
actually
10?
9 because
Well, then we still didn't get last because he didn't say 9.
No, he didn't say 9. Probably
So-
because they bet all their points.
Yeah, see?
But
So we didn't get last.
either way, we were definitely the first one called for all the teams. But we were asked to figure out the year that all 3 of these events happened, and we were asked the year that H1N1 was declared a pandemic by
The World Health Organization.
Yeah, WHO. The second clue was Dallas Cowboys play in what is now AT&T Stadium,
Their first game.
their first game. And then finally, the year Michael Jackson passed away.
Yes.
Yeah. So the main thing that I was remembering and going off of was the year that Michael Jackson passed away. And then I was also remembering the H1N1, which for those of you that don't know, that was swine flu. I was remembering swine flu happening a different time and affecting like a different, I don't know how to word this.
Okay.
It was back in 2013 whenever I was remembering this because
Yeah.
I was remembering it affecting a lot of conventions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's like one of the big ways that I'm aware of that it was being spread.
I mean, you ton of people in close contact with each other. You have no idea where anybody's been.
Exactly.
Yeah. No.
So-
Same. Yeah. That makes sense.
So, but I also remembered that I was heading towards a Walmart on a specific street, heading north, and that's when I heard the news about Michael Jackson passing away. And I could have sworn it was the year that I moved back to the Lubbock area, which was 2013.
Yeah.
So both of those times, I was just like, oh yeah, no, it happened around that time.
Yeah. No. I was just thinking. Oh, I think this happened sometime around when I was in high school, like with the flu and the Cowboys, and I mean, a tiny bit Michael Jackson, not a lot of like, oh, that's when he died. Like, I can tell you when Kobe Bryant died, but Michael Jackson, not so much. There are specific reasons for the Kobe Bryant one, but
Oh, okay. We'll have to talk about that later.
it's my birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense then.
Yeah.
So,
But no, so yeah, I was like, it was happened when I was in high school
mhm.
ish, and then you said that about 2013, and I was like, okay, for the first few months of 2013, I was in high school, like because I
Mhm.
graduated in May, so I was like, okay, sure. Do we want to tell them what the correct answer is?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Because, like I said, granted, the Michael Jackson death happened in June. And that's
Yes.
also about
You
the
did
same.
you did remember June correctly.
Yes, because that is when I moved back to Lubbock. Was it June in 2013? It just
Yeah.
happened to be that. But yeah, so it actually happened when both of us were in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because both, quote unquote. It did happen in
2009.
where I had graduated high school, but you were a freshman.
It was between freshman and sophomore year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I guess I was headed to work that day because it was summertime. I worked at the drive-in.
Oh, okay. I do remember you telling us that.
Yeah, so that would make sense. I heard it on the news while I was headed into work to the drive-in.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was not our best night.
No, it wasn't. It was still fun. We still
It
got
was-
to hang out and see
yeah.
everybody. So
Yeah, especially since one of them, one of our friends is going to be gone for I never caught how long they're going to be gone.
I think it's like a week or something.
Is it just a week?
I think so.
Okay. Well, either way, we told
We'll see 'em
Sierra.
next week.
We told Sierra that we just need to have like a girls' night.
Yeah.
So we'll need to remind her, but
We'll need to remind ourselves.
true. Yes, it's okay. We can make a group chat. But other than that, that was our not so good night. We ended up before the final question. We had 76 points, and we were in 4th place somehow. Again, that was weird.
I think a lot of people had a rough night. Like I didn't hear a lot of like woos whenever the answers were like said.
There was one team that almost had a perfect score.
A lot of people had a rough night. Maybe
Yeah.
not them, but
Yeah, no, but still. And then we ended up end of the night in 8th place with 1 point.
woo,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
last.
Not last technically.
Might as well be last.
Might as well be last. So, but with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Miss Bree, go ahead.
So just remember, we are on Spotify and YouTube. So make sure you tell your friends, comment, like, subscribe as you wish. Please love us. We want attention.
Yes, attention, feed us, please.
Also, if you would like to email us any questions for our trivia segments that we ask each other, let us know. Any comments, topics that you might think we find interesting as well.
Or your stories. Like, I'd
yeah.
love to hear your stories just from your own trivia games, whether it was a trivia night like us that we do each week, or like just one in private that you are willing to share, because private events can go a little crazy, and there can be things that you really don't want to talk about, but you can change their names. We'll probably change the name anyways. So
Yeah, better safe than sorry.
exactly.
But you can email us at bblaftertrivia@gmail.com. All lowercase, no spaces.
No spaces, because that was expensive. So, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This has been the BBL After Trivia podcast. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Bree.
And with that, we will be back later.
Bye.